Hello again YouTube, this is FireOfDoom, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about the PandaHalo saga, the relationship that Ian had with PandaHalo. Alright, and I'll tell you guys, this was all happening while the Blanca saga was going on. So imagine that, two going on at the same time. Alright. During the Blanca saga, PandaHalo continued to send occasional messages to Ian. After Ian realized his mistakes in believing in Blanca, he decided to declare his true and honest love for Panda on September 24th, 2008 through a Sonic Chew drawing. Issue 5 if you're wondering about that. Panda toyed with Ian for a while, discovering how desperate he was for sex. Panda really pushed the limits of acceptable behavior, and their conversation showed just how global Ian can be when China is on the line. A good example is how she verbally abuses Ian while claiming that she's starting to fall in love with Robert Simmons' Fee, occasionally typing extremely obvious and specific insults to Ian and easily passing it off as some kind of bizarre form of, I think it's Tourette syndrome, for easily getting Ian to agree to bizarre sex acts, such as convincing him to have sex with the dog for pleasure. What the hell? For the record, he said he'll be willing to have sex with a collie like Lassie. Holy shit. She managed to obtain the first footage of Ian masturbating and audio of Ian talking about his sexual opinions. He also sent Panda a PSP that was originally intended for Megan. She purported to be a conservation classaholic, challenging Ian to premarital sex. He continued that his pastor said it was permissible, apparently considering the fact that Panda subscribed to a vastly different theological completely in fade. In a disturbing act of revenge, Clyde Cash flew to Australia and raped Panda. Yeah, okay. She fell pregnant with Clyde's child, a fact which didn't appear to faze Ian in the slightest. Oh my god. Clyde immediately and generously offered to take care of Panda and their baby in his mansion, whereas Ian subtly pressured Panda into getting an abortion. As Ian was in the middle of lecturing Clyde about forgiveness, he was in an unusual forgiving mood and actively encouraged Panda to abandon her child to the man who raped her so Panda could live with Ian in his parents' house. Or at his parents' house. Wow. I won't want to live with my parents. While Clyde offered to house not only Panda and their child, but Ian as well, his stipulation that Ian would have to get a job next the idea. There was also the issue of Clyde's act of rape had given Panda addicted to sex, which is a man who has learned everything he knows about sex from porn. Ian didn't at all question, and she expresses some interest in regular threesomes with Ian and Clyde. In the end, Panda gave Ian and ultimately talked to Nintendo to make Sonic 2 a reality so that Ian could support their family, or their future family, together. And she would gladly abort Clyde's baby and live with him as his sex addict, baby swelling wife. Failure to do so meant she would live with Clyde in his mansion and raise their child together. Ian, of course, wouldn't put any effort to get the only two things he had ever truly cared about, and for Fredo Panda to Clyde. Shortly after he heard about the Australian brush fires, Panda seemingly ceased to exist while Ian failed to meet her and convince. Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, I thought that was just a retelling of what I already said. So let me. Okay. Yeah, Panda seemingly ceased to exist when Ian failed to meet her ultimately, and Ian convinced himself that PandaHalo was one of the 173 people who died in the Black Saturday's brush fires of February 29th. But whether this is true or not shall remain a mystery forever. Ian's less than stellar knowledge of foraging geography meant that the fact that the fires occurred about 1,000 kilometers from where Panda lived did little to inform his theory. I know what the word is, so I can't say it. His theory. Oh my god, theory of her demise. In Sonic 2, Issue 9, the fictional version of PandaHalo met her demise after her building is put ablaze. She hurls her Pokeballs out the window to save her electric hedgehog Pokemon, include who cares? Rosachu and Blaze Bob Sonic Shoe. Blaze Bob? What the Blaze Bob? What kind of name is that? Blaze Bob. After apparently 15 seconds of mourning, Blaze Bob reassures Cloud that they need to move on, mirroring Ian's lack of grief after the real Panda's untimely death. It only took a year for him to get around to it, but Ian's finally obtained some manner of revenge against Clyde Clash for the rape of PandaHalo in a recent YouTube video. Granted, it was a complete fantasy, but so are all of Ian's victories. In April 2010, update to the Wikipedia, Chris published a page discussing the women's he's known in his life, including Panda. There he revealed that he no longer believed she was dead. Instead, he said this. I'm going to try to sound like Chris Chang a little bit. Chris Chang. Christian, as he calls himself. We all know it's Ian. This is what he said. I recently learned that she was still alive, married to Clyde Clash and with a healthy children. Even though my memorial decisions were apparently a loss, I wish Sarah and Clyde many happy years in their marriage. Eyeing voice stopped. Gotta work on that. In released emails, Ian wrote that Clyde had told him that Panda had died, and that this had been a lie meant to get Ian away from her. In return, Ian swapped to give Panda the PSN account he had made for her and held onto for over a year in exchange for proof of this. All makes sense. So, yeah, that is it. That is all for the PandaHalo saga. So, you didn't believe that PandaHalo died in the Australian brush fires, even though she lived like 100 kilometers away from where the fire was started. But yeah, as you can see, there a lot of Ian's, so-called victories or whatever you want to call them, are kind of like like his own victories. Like he kind of like thinks it's a victory to him, but in reality, it's like really nothing. So yeah, and the fact that he didn't care that she was even raped either, it's just incredible. Like, that shows how little he cares about, the girl he supposedly loves. It just shows that he doesn't really care. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and there is going to be more videos to come later on. Alright, have a good day, everyone.